So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video. FIFA 22 official gameplay reveal has just finished, and I mean, what can you say? If any of you guys watched this, it was about half an hour long, and I'm gonna say maybe a minute and a half you're pushing it of actual gameplay show. Ridiculous. I mean, the whole thing was four lads sitting on a chair listening to them talk about animations and malarkey, and it's like, just show the damn gameplay. But they don't want to show the gameplay because they know why. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be brutally honest about this. It doesn't matter if this is FIFA or it's PES, okay? I've had enough of me sugarcoating everything. And if you don't like what I have to say, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be very honest about what I have to say regarding this game. So, the first things first, right? It started off, hypermotion technology is the big talking point, okay? They spoke about that constantly during this. I understand why, because it's their new thing. However, my only concern about this, well, not only concern, but the concern is that this is only really on next gen. So what about the, hundreds of millions of other people that have got a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox, the old one, PC, because it's not relevant, doesn't work on PC either. What about those? And it's like they're going on and on and on about they've got all... They literally could have called this FIFA 2022, the animations have got sexier. I mean, that would have done it for them, and I might even name that the name of this video, because that's what they spoke about. Now, there are positives to take, don't get me wrong. I'm not just going to sit here and slag everything off. And I'll do the same thing for Konami if PES 2022, announcement comes out tomorrow and it doesn't look enticing at all, then I'll do the same. But the facts are, this is only on next gen. What about all the other people that can't use that tech? Anyway, let's dive into this. This is the guy who was sort of asking the questions. You could tell it was all scripted. I mean, he's reading off of a screen, asking the same questions over and over again. Now, this was the beginning. I like this. Very nice. I mean, I've never had a problem with FIFA when it comes to the presentation. The presentation's always been great. The player models have got better. No doubt about that. But anyway, they're in Vancouver. There they are. So there's all the lads sitting there. You've got a couple of developers. This guy used to play professionally, actually, apparently. This guy's a developer. He's a community guy. The other guy, yeah, this is the guy who used to play. There he is, apparently, right there. So he used to play football, and now he's working on FIFA for the last 9 years. This guy is a FIFA guy as well, 14 years. So he's the guy to blame for the terrible gameplay. No, they're all there. He's also a bit of a freestyler, so credit to him. And then this guy's the community manager, right? So, yeah, they went on and on and on. I mean, look, we're 4 minutes in, still nothing. This is what they spoke about. Okay, let me pause it real quick. So there's the hypermotion technology. They spoke about the full team authentic motion. What this is, you'll see it in a second, is instead of having 1, 2, 3 players in a little studio mocapping and having sandwiches and all that, they're actually on a field, 11v11, capturing everything that's going on. Whether you're, argy-bargying with someone, jumping for a header, switching it, doing whatever, they're capturing all those animations that are then used in-game. Then they've got the tactical AI, which did sound interesting. There are a few more tactical options, which is never a bad thing. Kinetic air battles, jostling in the air. Composed ball control, getting the ball down a little bit slicker and quicker. Player humanization, things like, I think they're talking about like Haaland has his own little hunchback when he runs. When Haaland runs, he looks like he's going to murder someone. They've literally got that in there, and it means some other things. And then there was more gameplay features as well. So, yeah, this was the whole thing of them playing football on a field. Okay, so that's how they're capturing all the data, folks. And I could probably sum this video up for you quicker than they managed to do so. This guy liked to talk a lot. So this was them in the actual studio. This is probably FIFA 21. That's what they used to do. Well, they've changed it up, as I said. They now wear this lovely, sexy suit. They put on some things on the boots, and they go out and play football, and then they capture everything that's going on. All right, that's pretty much what that was summed up in a matter of seconds. They could have just done that. So we're 5 minutes in, still no gameplay. Right, so there's your first few seconds of gameplay, and it's still, for me, look, the biggest problem I have with FIFA, and the reason why I can't play it, as it's always been this way, is the skatey foot planting that's horrendous, and it just seems to be the same. I'm going to slow this down here We got a video playback. Right, I'm going to slow this down to like, what, 0.5, okay? And it's like, watch the feet of the player. And it's, you know, here, it's the same, the foot planting, it's the skatiness, man. And it's not that bad there, okay? We'll let it slide. But it's going to get bad in a second. Let me put this back to default. So this is them showing it in like the mocap, which it probably looks better like this, to be fair, than actually in the game. This still really isn't gameplay, because it's not even official, right? So they're showing some touches. There we are, getting all suited up again. They did this in Spain. Beautiful, very nice. They're all cuddling each other, playing football. Well done. So what, we still 7.5 minutes in. We still don't really have any actual gameplay going on here. Where's the piece I want to see? It's one with Killian and Bat. Right, here we go. Right. The first problem, okay, I'm gonna let you guys watch this initially, and you figure out why this looks not brilliant. And the facts are they spoke about physics, and this completely just annihilates the facts. Right, watch. Ready? Did you guys catch it? Did you catch it? Right, I'm going to show you again. I'm going to show you again of what exactly I'm talking about here, and why this has always been a problem for me with FIFA. Watch what happens when his foot touches the ball. Did you see it? How on earth does that happen? It looks terrible. I'm going to slow it down even more. Watch the ball spin on his foot. Ready? Right now. It does this little spinning animation when he touches the ball. That's not physics. I've never seen that happen in real football in all the lives and living days I've been alive. So that cracks me up, right? So that was the first piece. There was a nutmeg of running around the players. I mean, you know, whatever. That's not real gameplay anyway. Right, okay. So now we've got a first real snippet of actual gameplay, and it's taken them 9.5 minutes to show anything. This is it. This is FIFA 22. It does say still in development, of course, captured in game. Well, obviously. But yeah, it's pretty much FIFA 21. It's going to be the same, but there's going to be more animations. There's no new engine, as we obviously thought. So what they're doing here is they're showcasing like the switch. Now, don't get me wrong. That looks nice. You know, PES has always had that, though. You know, the physics of switching the pass. But what I still don't like, and I can replay this over and over again, is they spoke about movement from the players, right? They spoke about, and they did speak about this later. Like, there's more movement now. Players are moving around. They'll defend. They'll do this. They'll do that. Right, so why have we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players all in, there's no one here. There's no midfield. Where on earth is the midfield for Man City? He just keeps running, and like, watch this guy here. Watch this guy. Hurry up, mate. Get out of the way. Sling it. Like this guy here. Defender, right? Surely he should be closing him down. Watch him. He just stands there like, I think that's Gundogan there. Look at the space. Come on, EA. Surely when you're designing and developing these games, you can see that's a problem. I've never seen a midfield that open. Did you watch the Euros? The Euros was all about midfield battles. It's why Italy won the Euros, because they played so well in the midfield. That's ridiculous. I mean, number one, watch the... Just... this way, I know I'm going to be really bad in this video. I'm going to slag this game off, but I can't sugarcoat this nonsense anymore. Even watch the referee. I'm going to slow this down for a laugh. Watch the ref. Watch him. What's he doing? What's he doing? The jig? Diddle 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 diddle. So there we go. There's another problem. No midfield, even though apparently that's been fixed. Okay. So they moved on. Let's go through. What do we have here? Right, this is just showcasing the ability, the physics, the switching. I can't stand the way players run on FIFA. Because look, this is what concerns me, and I'll keep stating it. It's if you watch someone like in the middle right here, it's almost like their studs like here. Their studs aren't going into the turf. Are they playing on AstroTurf? Their feet should be in the turf. Look at his feet. It's like he's got ice skates on. Number 8, Gundogan. This has never been addressed. On next gen, you're telling me they still can't get the foot planting to actually go in the turf. Konami, the same thing. Fix it. Sort it out. Stop slagging all the consumers off. Talking nonsense. All right, anyway, we're moving on here. So they talked some more spiely-wheely. They showed a little bit more gameplay right here. This was kind of calculating, apparently, the ball physics. I don't know. And then the ball was swung in. There's Sun. Yes. Game engine representative of a sandwich, whatever. Kevin De Bruyne. Not Kevin De Bruyne, sorry. Benzema. I just still don't like the way they get these balls down. Look at it. I'll slow it down for you. It just doesn't look right the way they... Look at the skatiness. Watch it and admire it. Watch his feet here. Watch it. Look at it. Or this one. It just... there it is. You saw it. Look at the foot plant. It's hilarious. All right, we're going to slow this down even more. That's just... why don't they fix these things? Like, this actually annoys me now because EA are just mugging people off with the same crap game every single year. Watch it. Watch his back foot. Right, this one right here. Ready? As soon as it comes across, it skates a good few centimeters. Ready? Here he goes. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Blimey, that's gone. That's skated a good foot. It's a good foot before his feet actually started moving again. I know, I'm sorry, I'm going to be going on and ranting in this video, but I just can't. I was to say, I'm not sugarcoating this anymore. It's not happening. And if Konami do the same, then I'll do the same. Alright, so they spoke a little bit more about tactical AI here. So 10 minutes in now, we're actually going to get a little bit more gameplay. Here we go, some more tactical gameplay schmeal. But for me, it's... I still don't like it. I'm going to slow it down so you guys can... It's the player movement. My biggest problem with FIFA is the player movement. Right? We're going to slow this down to about 0.5. Watch the midfield, right? He's controlling this player, fine. But, like, this player here should be surely dropping into the hole. They just don't know. It looks like they don't know what they're doing. That's the thing I get. It's like they almost, the AI get confused about what's going on, right? Salah scores, alrighty. Another one here. Just keep an eye on the players, the movement. That ball through them. Where's the mark in there? That's non-existent, but I don't know what. They could be playing on easy. They could be playing on beginner, to be honest. I mean, I like the run there. Fine, the little jostling. It's more of the same, isn't it? It's more of the same. Right, here's another one for you. They showed a few snippets of gameplay now. Look, now this is where they are showcasing the AI kind of moving from left to right. Okay, they're keeping in tandem. I respect that. You know, that's a little bit more common sense, isn't it? By the AI actually trying to work in tandem. Thank you. So that's a good positive note. There we go. We got a positive note after 11 minutes. Then they keep the ball down here. They ping it about. There's still just not enough movement for me. It's too stagnant. You can't have a football game, you know, with all the players around here. Like, they're just... Who's he marking? The postman? Like, mark some players. Mark players. It's football, isn't it? That's what you do. Yeah, you can hold a deep line, but still mark someone. He's marking the ref. All right, moving on. So this was swung around to the left side, cut in, got a challenge in. So yeah, they were basically here just kind of showcasing getting the ball down and the physics and all that. Fired in. The best thing about this for me was probably the goalkeeping animations and Haaland having his own run, because I think he looks quite amusing. So we have all this. Right, now this was more interesting here. So now they had build-up play before, but this year they're adding chance creation. So basically, depending on where you are on the field, you can have different kind of creations. So you've got possession, you've got forward runs, you've got direct passing that you can play around with. Then you've got long ball and all the same spiely-wheely that we've seen before. So they've added that in there, and honestly, I think tactics are probably the best thing that you can do. Put some good tactics in. Now, there is a sprint button, by the way. That's another thing. They've not a sprint button, but they've added this thing now where you can have a sprint, like, advantage. Now, it works for defenders, and apparently it works for forwards as well. Well, it works for both. But it's not, you can't, they're saying you can't abuse it, whether that will happen or not. They're saying there's a cooldown phase. I don't really like that. Why are we adding all these cooldown mechanics? It's football. There should just be sprinting, jogging, and walking. You know, we should have a whole array of different things. I think it might be abused a little bit, but we'll wait and see. They said that it won't be, and they're trying to test all that out, but we'll see. You know, this is nice to see. A little bit of heading, you know, the physicality of winning the balls in the air. Little things like that. New animations. We've got some more gameplay here. Balls fired in from across, headed. So that's the thing they're showcasing here. And it's the animations when people jostle. So if I slow it down for you. So when you can see they head it. Now they both kind of fall. I like that. I will say, see, those are positives. The way that players jostle with each other, right? When they get up in the air, there's Marsilio going up for a header. And then, you know, they both will fall in a different way depending on the way they jump. And see, things like that, that's great and all. But the problem is, folks, it's not going to fix the gameplay. I mean, I saw something right there. Like, okay, one sec. I'm going to slow it down again for you. I'm going to push this forward. Like this guy here who falls down, like, you know, the little stumbling animation. But it just looks disturbing to me. Like, this is 2021 now. You know, we're talking about next gen. But the way that he kind of, like, you know, he slips on the turf. That's fine. And then this player, you know, it's just, his legs are all over. He's still skating. He's still skating. Yeah, it's still a skating mess. And that's not gonna, that for me doesn't matter how many animations you put to the game. If it's gonna feel skatey, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not, because I can't. That to me is the biggest problem with FIFA. Always has been, and it affects the gameplay more than anything else. Remember the thing they added last year? Was it the stupidly fast dribbling? I mean, who thought that was a smart idea? Where you hold R1 and you could do the most ridiculous dribbling I'd ever seen. And they're going for realism now, they keep saying. Oh, it's going to make the football more realistic. Is it? Is it? Because I can't see it. Alright, let's put this back to default speed, because this is going a little bit slow here. Alright, so we'll plough forward. There's the ability to switch it. There you go. They also spoke about the physics now are even better than last year. Well, they keep saying that every year. I mean, the physics should improve over time. So, yeah, a little bit more action for you. Here's a jostle situation where he was kind of pulling his shirt back a little bit. Fired back post, and he missed the shot there. I mean, this is just cutscenes, kind of. There's Mr. Haaland himself. I don't know when they spoke about the goalies, obviously later in this video. That was probably more interesting for me. It was actually the goalkeeping animations. So now they're talking about player humanization. Right, so this is more, you know, off the ball stuff. So the way players will ask for the ball and call for it, and they'll be a little bit more verbal. You know, those things do add to the gameplay. You know, off the ball, though. It's not really on the ball, but it still adds, you know, a little bit. Like here, he's calling for it. I don't know why they're highlighting this guy in the middle there. Oh, yeah, he's asking for it. But it's still not really like, ask for it, man. If you want the ball, then give me the damn ball. Like, ask for it. Don't just be like, oh, you pass me the ball? That's just professional footballers. If they're going to shout it out, then shout it out. So, yeah, they just kind of showed the players reacting to things that are going on. There's Mane, there's Di Maria, and Casemiro. And they will show Haaland's ability of running in a little bit, which is quite funny. Watch him here. He has his own little, you know, his own little running start. So that's kind of cool. So there you go. There's that one. Players running through the middle. The way they run's brilliant. All right, let's get to the goalkeeping. Where's the goalkeeping stuff? Yeah, they're asking the same questions. Honestly, they're going on and on and on about the same thing. Right, goalkeeper rewrite. So this is what they were talking about. Now, I like this because, as you can see, every single time a goalie does a save, the animations might be ever so different. Like that's a cool save. This is something that Konami, I would love to see them like properly have, and in infinitive ways. I don't think it's infinitive. Like, it's not going to happen. There's not going to be loads of different ways to save it, but they've just added a bunch of animations, right? So it's not going to be, as I say, it's not going to be like the motion hypertech technology they're talking about, where everything's different, but they've put in a bunch more code for the keepers so that they can make a bunch of different saves, right? So there you go. The goalie makes a save there. Here when he sticks the old palm out. So like things like that, it's fine. And once again, the whole, it's just, look, watch his feet. I just find it amusing. Like, well, watch this. Like, look at the ankle on that. Look at Hermosa's ankle. How on earth has he pulled that off? That he's broken. He's pulled a Conor McGregor there, hasn't he? He's broken every ankle ligament under the sun. As it started to rain outside, and then his foot skates along the turf. I can't do it with the skating on this game. And then they just spoke about, I think, the ball physics here. The ability to switch it. So yeah, they're just talking about more about physics and stuff here. And that was honestly, folks, pretty much it. It really was. It was nothing mind-blowing. You didn't miss much. And yeah, I would honestly expect more of the same from FIFA 21 to 22. And if you haven't got a next-gen console, well, you're pretty much screwed, because I don't even know what they're adding, which is on the same console as before. It just looks so odd to me, the way that players just... It is the skating. That's what ruins it. If they fix that and the feet planting and all those little annoyances, it'll be totally different. Right, here's the explosive sprint they're talking about. Maybe they'll show it. Did they show it? They didn't even show it. Why didn't they show any? Or did I miss it? Oh, right here, right? So what you can do now is here, when he gets the ball, boom, you can have a little bit more of a as a forward or a defender. It does work both ways. So I think there was another one here. Yeah, there we go. There's a snippet here of Mane. As you see, the defender comes across, bang, skip past him. So yeah, it's on a cooldown though. They said you can't abuse it, so you have to kind of wait before you can reuse that again. And then at the end here, what do they show? I don't think they show too much. Oh, they were talking about feedback and a load of nonsense. So that was basically it. In a nutshell, folks. Thoroughly disappointed, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think this is going to change a whole lot. I'll play the demo and I'll try it out. But they haven't changed the whole physics with the whole skating nonsense. And unless they do that, it just messes up the rest of the game for me. Even showing, like, the beginning here with Mbappe. Where is it? I've got to find that one again now, to be honest. Like, this is a prime example. A prime example of look at it. I will put it right down. Watch the ball. It literally spins on his foot. That's not normal. It wouldn't do that. I've never had someone switch me a ball 50 yards and then the ball spins on my foot before it carries on. No, it touches your foot and then it just goes away. So unless EA can fix those and come up with a brand new engine, I can't see the game changing. You let me know your thoughts below. I know I slagged it off brutally today, but I don't care. I'm going to be honest with you. And if PES is the same, I'll be the same. But PES, for me, has always had the more realistic approach and has always just played better on the field. They just need to do a lot more work off the field. So, there we have it. Anyway, until next time, I know it was a long one, but you didn't miss much. You missed literally about 1.5 minutes of gameplay. But until next time, subscribe for more and let me know your thoughts below. Take care.